Hello, amigos, and welcome to a new episode of Inside the Ropes with Coach Mario. Coach Mario, owner and head coach of Warriors Pride Boxing Academy here in Miami, Florida. How are you guys doing this morning, guys? Buenos dias. Well, today we're going to talk a little bit about the upcoming fight in about a little over a month, June 15th, a fight between Liam Paro and Subriel Matias. This is one fight that most of Matias fans and most of Liam Paro and those guys that follow boxing closely and like good fights, good matchup, have been waiting for. All right, I am one of those who actually I'm looking forward to seeing Subriel Matias continue his successful rise through the 140-pound division, and to basically demonstrate what he's made of, what he's capable of doing, how he's able to adjust and adapt to different fighters. All right. Now we're gonna go over a little bit over both fighters and see the advantages and disadvantages that each one of these fighters have, the pros and cons. And actually, at the end, I will talk a little bit about my prediction, which I've spoken in the past in this same channel. But I'm going to go into a little bit more detail on why I choose who I choose to become the winner of this contest, which is going to be held in Manatí, Puerto Rico. And I know a lot of people that are going to be assisting. I have been thinking about traveling up there, but I have actually my guys, my fighters here in Miami have an event on June 15th, so I won't be able to make it down to PR. Anyway, let's go over Liam Paro first, all right? We're going to go a little bit about, talk about his record, tail of the tape compared to Subriel Matias and how I see Liam Paro as a fighter, all right? So Liam Paro is from Australia, all right? He's an Australian fighter. Australian fighters are really tough fighters. They bring it every time they step inside the ring. This guy's got an excellent record, 24 fights, 50 knockouts, and he's never lost a fight, all right? He's ranked number 10 worldwide according to BoxRec. He's ranked number 1 as a junior welterweight in Australia. He's got 24 bouts, 123 rounds total. Knockout percentage 62.5. So he's got some pop to his punches, and he's 28 years old, southpaw from Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. All right, that's where he's from. All right. I have seen Liam Paro box. All right, and he's a very good, fundamentally sound boxer. All right, he fights moving forward, he fights moving backwards, he throws his jab when he's moving backwards, he has good defense, he works off his jab a lot, all right, he feints with his jab and then throws that right hand right behind it. So Subriel Matias got to watch out for that right hand, left hand, because he's a southpaw. He's got to be defensively sound and see that left hand, that pattern that Liam Paro has to feint with his jab, with his lead hand a couple of times and then throw that left hand behind him, because Liam Paro is a southpaw, all right? He goes upstairs, he goes downstairs, and that shows you basically that he's a fundamentally sound boxer, because that's what I teach my fighters, all right? You can win a fight just with a 1-2, guys. Tommy Hearns used to do it. You have a good power. You can actually mix it up, with your punches, jab to the body or jab upstairs. Your opponent's not going to know where that jab is coming. Then you can throw that power shot right behind it, either upstairs or downstairs, all right, to the body or to the face. So you can actually dominate a fight just with a 1-2. We've seen it happen many times. I can give you the example of Yordenis Ugas versus Manny Pacquiao. He dominated that whole fight with his jab, all right, the 1-2. He connected it at will. So He's got good, very good, fundamentals as far as his punch selection. He goes to the body. He actually sometimes he throws that jab and he throws that jab, and then he throws that lead hook immediately. All right, so you think that he's coming with a jab when he's actually throwing a hook, a lead hook, short lead hook. All right, so he goes up and down the body. He selects his punches very well. When he's moving backward, he uses his jab as he's moving backward, and that's something else that I teach my students. You move back, you gotta learn how to fight moving backwards, moving forward, moving laterally. All right, so you gotta learn how to master geography of the ring, and this is something that Liam Paro does very well. He's a very well-schooled fighter. He's got power, but I still see some flaws in his game. He tends to lower that lead hand a lot. He tends to telegraph a little bit that lead hook, and although he's got fast hands, he can be timed. All right. I had never seen him fight, and I was looking at his box rec profile, and usually when you look at the box rec information, you'll see right next to the name and the result of the fight, you'll see some stars, and the stars are basically what it's like a way of measuring the opponent of that fighter. All right, the caliber of opponent he has, from 1 to 5 stars, depending on the caliber of opponent. And you see, Montana Love has a 3-star right next to his name. That was a good fight. Liam Paro was able to stop Montana Love, who is a good fighter, had 18 fights and was undefeated. Brock Jarvis, also 3-star. He was able to knock him out. Yomar Alamo was another fight in 2021, which is a 3-star. So he's had back-to-back good fighters as opponents. All right, so that gives you the credibility, so that when people say later on, those haters of Subriel Matias, oh, who is Liam Paro? Well, Liam Paro has fought some good guys. He's been able to defeat them with his boxing and his power. All right, he's a really good fighter. All right, besides that, you got 2 stars with Steve Gago in 2021, and then you got other guys before that with different types of ranking according to BoxRec. Okay, that is their rating system from 1 to 5 stars. 1 being like a pushover. A D or C level fighter, and then it keeps on going up depending on the caliber of their opponent. All right. Now let's look at Subriel Matias. Let's go here to El Orgullo Maternillo. He's ranked 1 in the world. He's ranked 1. He was ranked 2 by BoxRec before the Haney fight. And now, Subriel Matias ranked 1 in the whole world as a super lightweight champion or a junior welterweight, all right? He's ranked 1 in Puerto Rico out of 26 fighters from Puerto Rico, all right? He has 21 fights. He's got 21 fights, 20 knockouts, all right? He's won all his victories by way of knockout or stoppage, 100% knockout ratio. He's 32 years old. He's 5'8". All right. He's got 71-inch reach. All right. And he is from Fajardo, Puerto Rico. El Orgullo Maternillo he's well known from El Barrio Maternillo in Fajardo. All right. Now let's look at his record. Let's look at Subriel Matias' record. And you have his last fight was Shogun Ergashev, who was ranked, highly ranked by the IBF and a mandatory by the IBF, a fight that he was obligated to take He wanted to fight, I believe, Lipinets, if I'm not mistaken. But the IBF refused, told, no, you got to fight this guy. You got to take on this guy. And there were a lot of people saying, including Teddy Atlas, including Paulie Malignaggi, and many other experts were saying that Ergashev was stronger, was going to knock him out. And Ergashev, what he had on his record at that moment, he was undefeated. All right, he had 23 fights, and I believe he had almost all by knockout. All right, so Ergashev, according to BoxRec and their rating system, the star rating system was 4-star. Jeremias Ponce was a title eliminator fight. Jeremias Ponce was ranked 1 by the IBF, and Subriel Matias was ranked 2 by the IBF. All right, they fought each other. 4-star also by BoxRec. Okay, let's see. Petros Ananyan, 3 stars. All right, he has 16-1 at the time he fought Subriel Matias. Yukimbayev, 4-star. Matias stopped him. He stopped all these guys. Malik Hawkins, 4-star. Or 3-star, I'm sorry. And he was undefeated, Malik Hawkins, at the time, and was stopped. Right, so as far as opponents go, the advantage goes to Subriel Matias at having tougher opposition than Liam Paro. Montana Love, in my opinion, is as skilled or had the same type of ability as Malik Hawkins, that kind of style of fighter. I think it's maybe the same type of level of boxing, caliber of boxing, IQ of boxing, had the same, more or less the same style. And they both, Liam Paro and Subriel Matias, were able to stop both of these fighters, right? Now, how are they going to match up against each other? And although Liam Paro is a fighter that is skillful, that dominates the fundamentals of boxing and is able to master all these fundamentals, I see a lack of power and a lack of the ability of actually fighting off the ropes, fighting, moving the whole time, and being able to stay away from Subriel Matias. Subriel Matias has fought better and harder punchers than Liam Paro. All right, as you heard in the same program, Liam Paro has 63% knockout ratio. Subriel Matias has 100% knockout ratio. He's fought better opposition, tougher fighters, guys that throw harder punches, guys that are knockout artists, undefeated fighters. All right, according to BoxRec, higher caliber fighters. He's been able to stop them all. All right, and we have Liam Paro, who's fought good opposition in his last 3-4 fights, but not at the level that Subriel Matias has faced. So who do I favor? All right, and why do I favor whom I think is going to be able to take this fight is based on the fact that Liam Paro, I believe, does not have the power to stop Subriel Matias. Liam Paro has never fought a fighter like Subriel Matias, an aggressive, come-forward fighter that throws 80 to 100 punches per round. Nowhere in his record have you seen Liam Paro fight a fighter of that caliber. Subriel Matias is categorized by a lot of people as a flat-footed, one-dimensional type of fighter. And these are guys that actually have little knowledge of the sport of boxing. He has his own particular style that has worked perfectly. He's an awkward fighter. Punches come from all angles, and they are short punches. This guy does not swing from the fence for the fences all the time like Canelo does, like some of these other fighters like Pitbull does. All right, they swing for the fences. Every shot they throw is a power shot. Matias does not throw power shots using his core and his torque and torquing his body when he's throwing these punches up and down. He throws short punches that cause a lot of damage because of his heavy hands. And I've said before, Subriel Matias, I have an analogy to Subriel Matias' hands as like a little, mallet, a rubber mallet. All right? If you get tapped with a rubber mallet, just tapped on your body, on your arms, on your head, just tapping a rubber mallet, because it's a heavy mallet, all right, will get to a point that you can't take that punishment anymore. And that's what Subriel Matias reminds me of. His hands as rubber mallets, all right? They're touching you and touching you and touching you and touching you, touching you in the hand, touching you in your body, touching you in your gloves, in your arms, on the side of your head. It's going to come a point that Liam Paro is not going to be able to take that because he has never fought an aggressive fighter like Subriel Matias. All right? Now, I want to tell you something. For those Matias haters, when Matias, and if Matias is properly concentrated and not, distracted by the Puerto Rican crowd and his people and everything else, when Matias beats Liam Paro in a decisive fashion in Puerto Rico in front of his fans, they're going to start saying that Liam Paro was a nobody, that Liam Paro was just, a club fighter, stuff like that. Because they don't want to admit that they were wrong, all right? Remember what happened with Devin Haney? I've been saying in this channel many times that Subriel Matias would destroy Devin Haney, all right? I had Haney over Ryan Garcia, and I was wrong because of all the things that happened prior to the fight, all the antics from Ryan Garcia, him being overweight, all the craziness he was saying, looked like he was drinking and all that other stuff. That's the reason why I chose Devin Haney, and because Devin Haney, in my opinion, had the IQ to defeat somebody like Ryan Garcia, who I still think is a C-level fighter. All right? He just has power on that lead hand. He's fast with that lead hand, but that's it. And that shows me right there how right I was about picking an aggressive fighter, someone that comes forward to beat somebody with power, to beat somebody like Devin Haney. All right, so again, in my opinion, going back to this fight between Liam Paro and Subriel Matias, I can tell you guys that my opinion and what I'm seeing here is a total destruction of the Australian fighter. Total destruction. He has never fought anybody like Matias. He has never fought somebody that is aggressive, that throws punches, that is accurate as Matias. I think he's got a 60% accuracy on every punch he throws. Just imagine getting hit out of all 80 punches around, 60% of that are actually connecting hard. How long can you take that? How long will Liam Paro be able to take the power of Subriel Matias? All right? That is something that, I can't overlook, guys. All right? The best punch against a southpaw, and I'm a southpaw, and I was a southpaw, is the right hand. Matias throws a wicked right hand, short right hand. Don't even think about Liam Paro trying to clinch it with Matias. Matias throws a whole bunch of punches while you're trying to clinch him. His strength is so powerful. His body strength, the way he grabs you, although you're trying to grab him, you won't be able to outpower Matias on the inside. You're going to have to fight Matias sooner or later. Matias is great at cutting off the ring. So what I believe is going to happen, like always, Matias always starts a little slow. Liam Paro is going to be able to connect a few punches. Matias is going to say, okay, I got your power. I see what kind of power you have. He's going to be able to connect. maybe win 1 or 2 rounds, Liam Paro, and then after that, it's going to be over. All right? Little by little, Matias is going to be able to cut off the ring, start getting some of those short punches in the inside. Liam Paro is going to start moving around more around the ring, trying to get away from Matias. Matias is going to corner him, throw a 4, 5, 6 punch combo to the body, to the head. Liam Paro is going to continue moving until he gets dropped. And he's going to get dropped in this fight. All right? And he's going to realize at a point, his corner is going to realize, listen, we're taking too much chances. This guy's getting hit too much. We got to stop the fight. In my opinion, it's going to be a stoppage by Subriel Matias. That is my prediction. Stoppage, 7 rounds or less. I don't think Liam Paro has what it takes to take the punishment from Subriel Matias. I don't think that Liam Paro has the power to stop Subriel Matias from coming forward. And that's what you need in order to beat Matias. You need power. There's nothing else you got against Matias. He cuts off the ring. He throws a whole bunch of punches. He's very accurate. He's fast with his hands. So what do you need in order to beat him? You need power, guys. You need a lot of power so that Matias will start fighting off his back foot, moving backwards. And Matias still fight off his back foot and can knock somebody out like he did against Petros Anayan. Moving backward, he threw that lead hook. Boom, that's all she wrote. So, again, my prediction, Subriel Matias to win by stoppage against Liam Paro. The Australian fighter is going to show a lot of heart, is going to show a lot of determination. He's fighting for his country. All credit goes to this fighter that took a fight in Puerto Rico against such a dangerous fighter as Subriel Matias. None of the other punks, and I call them punks and cowards, have, put their money on the line. Put their name on the line. Try to challenge themselves. What happened to Teofimo Lopez? What happened to Devin Haney? Pitbull Cruz talking about Ryan Garcia now. Pitbull Cruz got to, beat Rayo Valenzuela, which is not going to be a walk in the park, guys. In my opinion, Pitbull Cruz is a one-hit wonder. He beat a tomato can in Rolly Romero. So I don't even put him in the same category. In my opinion, Pitbull Cruz should not be a champion. There's no reason why Pitbull Cruz should be a champion. So stop saying all this crap about Pitbull Cruz, who has a flawed record. He got beat by nobody in Mexico. He got beat by a one-handed Tank Davis easily. Tank Davis moves a lot. So again, going back to 140-pound division, the man at 140 pounds is Subriel Matias. Are they going to give him a shot? Are they going to give him a break? Are some of these top fighters, so-called champions, going to try to unify with Subriel Matias? That is yet to be seen. But hopefully it'll happen either at the end of this year or next year. Forget about Regis Prograis. He's talking shit. He's talking about 1 or 2 fights next. He wants to fight Matias next. But he said 1 or 2 fights. Come on, man. The guy's scared. He's talking a lot of crap just like he did against Haney. And he got schooled. Anyway, guys, this is all I have for now. It's Tuesday here in Miami. Beautiful day. Hope you guys have a great rest of the week. But this is all for now. Until next time, this is Coach Mario, owner and head coach of Warriors Pride Boxing Academy, saying hasta la vista. God bless you all, and peace.